Wrap up on the 100 hours challenge. My top 3 thoughts. First one, there's a lot of hours in the day, in the week, in the month. I played 100 hours in 10 days. Not only did I film a video every day, you know, the series that was the 100 hours, each Friday I filmed 3 videos because Keep Track Week videos were not done as I enter crystals. And on the 2nd, September 2nd, the second day of the challenge, I had to film Keep Track Week videos because it was a Friday, to keep that variable the same. So on the 2nd, I filmed hands and chops. And then on the 9th, which was also a Friday, I filmed dealer tips and hands I won. So filmed like 14 videos in these 10 days. So the point is, a lot of hours in the day. And this is in addition to falling asleep for 11 hours in the middle of day 1 and day 6 not even hitting 6 hours. So plenty of hours in the day to get things done. 10 hours of poker is not out of the realm of possibilities. Since the channel started, I've been okay only playing like 8 hours a day because I have all the filming and editing to do, but you could fit it all in if you're you know, efficient with your time. The second is how many forms of run good there are in poker, because I ran incredibly well, not the first time in my life doing this, when I was trying to play Monster Hours. Biggest wild card for me when I try to play Monster Hours is just terrible things happening in hands. And if you're down like $500 after 3 hours, really not wanting to play a 12-hour day, and that day is short, and it's just so difficult when you're going for like 10s or 12s to make up anything. You're going for non-stop 10s, and all of a sudden you're behind, it's over. So I had my first 300-hour month. It was the first time I went for a 300-hour month, and I got it. It was in MGM National Harbor in summer 2018, and just nothing went poorly on the tables. A few things went extra well. I remember a huge boat versus boat cooler. We both started the hand with over 500. I remember another hand, a guy just for no reason shoved like 425 pre-flop. Really, like, there was a raise of 15 and he shoved 425 and I woke up with aces. So that helped. Also in May 2019 in AC, I played 309 hours. Similar thing happened then. The next month, when I went for 2 consecutive 300-hour months, I took a few days off for Father's Day weekend. I went back to Long Island, and when I went back, I needed like a lot of 13-hour days in a row to end June to hit 300 again. So I ended up not hitting it, but I was trying to. And for like 8 days in a row, I hit like somewhere between 11 and 13 hours each day. Well, it doesn't happen by magic. Like, if the game is incredibly boring, it's not going to happen. If games are breaking, it's not going to happen. If you're losing, it's not going to happen. So things went well. I played like an 87-hour week or something the first 7 days back, trying to hit 300 2 months in a row. So trying to hit monster hours in a short amount of time, a week up to a month, I've run well in being able to stay at the table. And other players' actions are another thing a lot of people don't talk about when they talk about running good or running bad. There was a hand earlier, there was a 4 on the flop. I had raised pre, I bet the flop, I bet the turn. A guy folded the turn, but me and another player got all in, and the board paired 4s on the river. So I beat the other player, but the guy who folded the turn said he folded a 4. Okay, if he's telling the truth, I mean, I'm not 100% sure he is. If he is, that's part of run good, that he decided to fold the turn on a hand where he would have hit a hand better than me on the river. Say he had a flush draw, and he called my turn bet, and he bricked the river. That's also run good. In a hand where he's not gonna hit, he happens to call, and I get that extra turn bet from him. So other players' actions are a huge part of running good or running bad. Another thing I used to hear online was people would start out and they would be told, oh, don't get used to winning this much, it's gonna, you know, level off, it's gonna even out, you're gonna cool down. And they would say, no, I've been playing well, I haven't even had a tough decision yet. That's part of run good. If you go months, weeks without having a difficult decision, that's part of running good. If, you know, you have jacks and it's 5 ways and 2 overcards hit and there's tons of action before it gets to you on the flop, that's an easy fold. If you have jacks against a maniac and there's a flush draw and 1 overcard, that's a much more difficult situation to navigate. If you know, you're all in against a lot of short and medium stacks with top pair, very easy decisions. If you don't have difficult decisions, because they're going to show up, if you go a long stretch without them showing up, that's part of running good. It's not just normal. So there's many forms of running good, and I happen to catch a lot this week in order to hit the, well, 10 days, in order to hit the 100 hours in 10 days. Third thought, since this was a successful challenge, nice to get one under my belt for the channel, I'm thinking about other similar challenges. You know, I always wanted 100 hours in a week and 400 hours in a month. We'll see about those. And this was the stepping stone when I came back to Vegas, when I said I'll try 110, 250 and 25, 550, and then retry the 1,000 in 100. So we'll see about all that.